You idiot, doesn't understand. So this is at Punk Rock Politics 911 on YouTube. That's my channel. That's this channel live. Please follow if you haven't already. Looks like things are going to get started soon. I noticed 2 officers walking this way, so I went live, and we're going to see what's going on. But I suspect there may be some kind of issue, or they're trying to intimidate. But we'll see. But yeah. So that's the officer in the back. I don't know if you can see him. Things are getting going here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, bro. Is it raining or is that just the wind in the tree? Come on. It says my devices keep getting wet. Like I can afford it, which I obviously can't. Up there is more. See, I suspect those cops are there. Obviously said something to the one guy. I don't want to be like all up in their face. I also don't know those people so well, so I don't know if they want me involved, but make sure I'm here to film it. Yeah, just I think we're going to get started soon. I don't know exactly when. Some more people have arrived.
Testing 1 2. Check. Check. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Yep, she's got the shirt on, right? No, I can't see it from here. Oh, did I? That was supposed to be it. Sorry, excuse me. He was polite, I'll give him that.
Everybody, thank you for coming out. I am the eldest son of Deborah Terrell. I appreciate all of those that have shown up. Hopefully more will be coming. Basically, we had another protest on the anniversary of my mom's death. And this is basically due to the fact that the police have not been accountable at all. I mean, we all see what the narrative was. We all see what the narrative they produced. They tried to make my mother like she was a terror. My mother was only 115 to 20 pounds, about 5'2", 5'3". We had 4 officers weight over a weight of 200 pounds that could not subdue a small woman. That also became a barricade situation, just like 2 weeks prior, when they had a 6-hour standoff, but she's alive. So explain to me what was different between my mother's situation, living in a senior building that's known for mental disability, and the woman that was up on Halsey Street that they saved on a 6-hour standoff that also had a knife.
Let me get
SWAT came out.
Yeah, they had the whole SWAT and everything. My mother was by herself, closed the door twice on them, and they just kept banging on the door. Not once did they say, okay, you know what, this is a barricade situation, let's call reinforcements. Not once did they say, you know what, let's bring rubber bullets. Not once did they say, oh, we sent someone for a shield that nobody knows about, but we have that tape too. And the person, they didn't wait for the person to come back with the shield. So explain to me, why were you so antsy that you couldn't wait an extra 2-3 minutes for somebody, your officer to come back upstairs with the shield?
That's right.
And then I looked up the law that talks about police training. None of these police in here are trained properly to deal with mental patients.
absolutely not.
But they know how to kill black people, though.
Oh, they know how to do that
They
in
don't
real
attack
life.
white people.
We're not gonna talk about Mary Cahill. And people that went to Juneteenth because he put something up. And they shook his hand like nothing ever happened, like he ain't killing people throughout the city.
Call
Come on, if you ain't doing nothing about it, you just as guilty as the one doing it.
That's right, that's right.
I'm sick and tired. I'm so sick and tired. I hope the police hear this. I went to the Department of Justice with the criminal division. And I put everything on all the names I have in it too. And they responded back to me, so be prepared for that one. And then we're gonna also talk about the AG officer didn't even keep in touch with us throughout this whole situation.
That's right.
My lawyer's been calling me back and forth. They haven't been keeping in touch with her. She's been calling, trying to get information about things, trying to get the name of the officer. They wouldn't release it. All of a sudden, they released the name of the officer a whole year later. I should have known the name of the officer
Immediately.
way before.
Immediately.
Another violation.
Sure, as soon as they took
And then also, I found out that they have a policy in here that they don't have to call for advocates for people with mental disability.
Shame.
But last time I checked, a state policy trumps a county policy. That's another violation. There's violations all around. And then, they didn't show this on the tape, but they dragged my mother down the hallway about 45 feet.
I saw it.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
But the AG office kept redacting that part, even with the grand jury, they redacted that part.
Shocker.
And then anybody that knows about law enforcement knows if you're gonna pull this out, you give time for the non-legals to work, exactly.
That's right.
And an officer is not supposed to have a mace can and a gun in the same at the same time.
Yeah.
A cop is supposed to roll the mace can and grab a service pistol and hold it with two hands. Not have the mace can and the service pistol in his hand at the same time.
Yeah, that's good.
And what they don't realize is when you mace an elderly person, it causes cognitive issues.
Right.
It causes them to go into hallucinative situations. It starts to make them to panic because they can't breathe. Now you hit her with a taser. Now she's having muscle spasms.
That's right.
If your muscles are having spasms and you can't breathe, what's the first reaction a person does? Subconsciously, they're trying to survive. They're running. When I checked that video, I didn't see a threat with the knife going at an officer. I seen the knife up in the air. And I seen a woman that could barely stand bumping into the walls. Glasses fell off her face. She can't see when the glasses are off her face. So explain to me, you more than 10 feet away. My mother's here. You're at that, where was the threat at? You had a whole hallway to keep backing up.
That's right.
Even in the video, you can see all the officers tripping over each other. You're tripping over each other. Why are you tripping over each other for a 120-pound female? At 68 years old. You're scared of black people?
Yeah.
Even our own people were that scared of black people?
Yeah.
Talk about it, King.
My thing is, what about our color that scares them, even when it comes to our women?
Man, they don't care about our women.
No.
And half the officers that police this town are not even from this town.
That's right.
The most disrespected is the black woman.
It makes you wonder, why do they always have people in your town policing your town that are not from your town? You know why? Because they don't want the officers to have a rapport with the people in the town.
To annihilate black people from having a future.
Now let's just take it up to North Brunswick. I bet you half the officers are from North Brunswick.
That's right. I would think so.
But there's no problem with that, right?
That complex.
You know, and it's like people don't understand, like, you can explain it as much as you want, as much as possible. But people will never get it until they're in the situation.
That's right. Terribly, that's true.
And we've been dealing with this for a long time.
Come on.
They've been suppressing black people for a long time.
Come on.
And then they say, oh, well, you guys, no matter what, you guys always make it through. Because we have perseverance as black people. It's built into our DNA. No matter what you put us through, we're going to keep coming out on top.
Talk about it.
People don't know, there are black billionaires. There are black millionaires. There are black people that run certain things, and there are inventions in this world that wouldn't exist without black people. You don't crash your car because of a black man created the light, the stoplight. Let's talk about the first open heart surgery. I bet you didn't know about that. I bet you didn't know the iron lung was also an invention of a black man. There are so many inventions that black people have invented, but yet we do not get the gratitude or any type of recognition for it. Why is that? Because the narrative is always produced by a certain group of people. And until we all come together, nothing's going to change. Nothing's ever going to change. And all I ask is that everybody here just come together as one, because at the end of the day, it's not about color, it's about we all human beings. We might be different color, but the blood is the same color. Skin complexion is nothing. When God made people, he didn't care about skin complexion. He cared about the compassion of human beings. So with that being said, I'm gonna let my cousin speak. And once again, I appreciate all y'all for coming out.
Say her name. Say her name. Say her name. Say her name. What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Say her name. 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 What do we want? When do we want it? My question is, what do justice look like?
Good question.
Accountability.
Because honestly, I didn't even want to come here today. I didn't even want to be here today. I didn't want to show up, but one of the number one reasons why I showed up is because I know I got freedom fighters that were going to show up on my aunt's behalf, so I had to be here. And all power to the people. All power to the people. See, what a devil wants to do is make it seem like we're helpless. That's number one. See, the reason why I didn't want to come because this city is playing politics with my aunt's death.
Talk about it.
Shame. Unacceptable. Shame.
The city is playing a game with my aunt's death. Of course, this is not the gospel concert that they have on Livingston Avenue where 3,000 people come out. Take the shackles off my feet so I can dance. I just want to praise him. Of course, we ain't gonna get those type of turnouts. Of course, we ain't gonna get the turnout like the jazz festival they have on George Street every year. Of course, we ain't gonna get those type of turnouts. Of course, we ain't gonna get the Juneteenth turnout where the New Brunswick firefighters throw the Juneteenth event, but not one firefighter will come out in these streets and advocate with us. Not one of those Vulcan firefighters will come out and stand with the people, but they got the audacity to throw the Juneteenth festival every year. And what do everybody do? Come up there and high five. Of course we wasn't gonna get an indictment because the mayoral election, he's already running unopposed. He's already running unopposed. So we're not gonna get an indictment. They waited specifically till the election was over, till the primaries was over. So then we can give the verdict of a no indictment to the family. Of course that was gonna happen. So they're playing politics with the death. So that lets me know that they have no compassion and remorse. See, and no compassion and remorse, that's not the police officers' jobs. That's not the city of New Brunswick's job. That's not the county's job, Middlesex County's job. And it's not the state of New Jersey's job to force them to have compassion for my aunt. That's our job.
That's right. That's right.
That's our job.
That's right.
See, when I run into one of these, I ran just 3 weeks ago, I was at the ice cream parlor getting ice cream. And when I was getting the ice cream, about 5 people ahead of me was one of the officers that was responsible for killing my aunt. Yes. I'm gonna tell you the exact officer. The officer who orchestrated everything, the one who fell on the floor, the one that tripped on the ground, the black officer, Eric Brown, who's probably in the building right now. He was about 5 people ahead of me, with a girl hanging on his shoulder and They're laughing and giggling and touching each other's noses and smoothing, and they're hugging up and cuddling. And then he just happened to turn left and look straight the whole while, never look behind me. He seen me behind him. So after that, she's still cuddling because she doesn't know what's wrong. He's in a panic right now. And so he got his ice cream. I only wanted to do one thing. I only wanted to do one thing. When he came back around, he got his ice cream, and they walk into the car. I wanted to look into his eyes. So I looked into his eyes, right? And here's the problem that I have. He has no signs of lost sleep. He looked well rested. He looked fully comfortable. Now that's not a New Brunswick problem. That's not a county problem. That's not a state problem. That's an our problem. Somehow we fail because these officers are comfortable getting ice cream in the community where they gunned a 67-year-old lady down. That's something we have to fix. And now here's one of the problems as well. Now I tell, as a nephew of Deborah Terrell, one of the big problems, well, here's the thing. If we had two options, one of the options was either a cop goes to jail or a cop get off, there would be a lot of more police officers going to jail. But one of the problems we run into is compensation. Well, I can't be a hypocrite. I despise families that will put justice aside to get some money for their family. What you think? You think I'm gonna change my tune now? I hate families who do that. I can't stand families who do that. And then they always say the same thing. What we gonna do once we get paid? We're gonna recycle it back into the community. Name one time when that has ever happened. You got the right to call families out, including mine. We're not above scrutiny. How are you guys fighting for Deborah Terrell? How are you guys gonna make sure that this never happens again? Because that's what I'm focused on. I don't want no murder money behind my aunt. I don't want a quarter. If it comes to them being locked up forever, or even, listen, I don't even care if the officers get any time. I wasn't impressed when I got the phone call that those officers didn't get indicted. That was second nature to the phone call I got from him telling me that she was just killed. So this wasn't a big deal that they didn't get indicted. It was more tragic when he called me and told me that my aunt just was murdered. That's the biggest phone call our family will ever get. So for them not to be held accountable, you kind of expect that. But for them to be comfortable, that's our fault. That's our fault. For them to just be cool, hanging out there, chilling around that right by, that's our fault. We got it, because you know why? They got the ability to do it again. Hey, what's going on, Laney? They got the ability to do it again. Very rarely would it happen to the same family twice. So you guys are in danger. Now let's deal with the racial aspect of it.
That's right.
Of course, we're dealing with a dominant white society that's enabling these officers to do this. But let's talk about this particular case. There was no white officer on the scene.
Wow. Sharpen the country. Wow.
The person who orchestrated the entire hit was a black officer. The ones who followed the lead was an Asian and a Latino. The one who shot my aunt was a Latino officer.
Shame.
No white officer on the force. Of course, we're dealing with systemic racism, but this is a different type of case. This is a different situation. And every time I look at the footage and I study what transpired, me knowing that that's my aunt, I have to take a different approach than I would normally. This isn't the same trauma. So me personally, every day I dedicate a portion of my day to advocating for my aunt. I don't care if it's an hour. I don't care if it's me researching. Every day is I dedicate a portion of my day to advocate for my aunt. She's already gone, but I know that they got it in them to do it again. They got it in them to do it again. They got 4 murders, 2 black men, 2 black women. What are we gonna wait till they get a teenager? They got 4 murders, 2 black men, 2 black women. They got 4 murders, 2 black men, 2 black women. They got 4 murders, 2 black men, 2 black women, under the same mayor. 4 community residents were murdered, 2 black men, 2 black women, same mayor. 4 community members were murdered, 2 black men, 2 black women, same mayor. 4 community members were murdered, 2 black men, 2 black women, same murder. 0 indictment. 0 accountability. 4 murders, 2 black men, 2 black women, same mayor, 0 indictments. 4 murders, 2 black men, 2 black women, 0 indictments, same mayor. Same police department. So I didn't come here to, listen, for one, I want to be super clear on why I'm here. I'm here all solely to thank the people who came out. I'm here to solely thank the individuals. That's the only reason I'm here. To solely thank the people who came out, who gave my aunt their Saturday, in the rain, who could have been doing something else. That's why I'm here to thank you guys. And it don't take a lot of you guys to tear this goddamn building down.
Talk that shit, black man.
We can flip this damn building over in a heartbeat. It don't take a whole bunch of us to flip this building over.
Hell no.
We can flip this building over in a heartbeat.
That's right.
But here's the problem, right? If you ever come to me, I don't create crash dummies. I don't create crash dummies. Because the reason why I don't create crash dummies, because somebody can run and do something kamikaze and do something wild, but guess what? You get arrested, you're locked up forever, when they can do the same thing and sleep comfortably. We got to learn to dismantle this system and still sleep the way they do.
That's right.
They getting a good night's sleep. They out getting ice cream. So they're expecting us to crash out. No, we're going to flip this damn building over, but we're going to do it the way we want to do it. And guess what? When we do it, everybody's going to go home to their family and sleep good the way they sleep. I end that with that. God bless you all. Say her name. Say her name. Say her name. Say her name.
Say her name. Justice for. We're fighting for. We're here for. Say her name. Say her name. Justice for. We're here for. I'm gonna say this small chant, family, and I want y'all to repeat after me. We've been fighting for our lives. Fighting for Deborah's life. Rain, shine, or snow. The police have got to go. Until the people take control. We will not accept defeat. So we will be out on these streets. Rain, shine, or snow. The police have got to go. Until the people take control. Until the people take control. Until the people take control. Peace, family. I want y'all to join me in just showing love to the beautiful family of Deborah Terrell. Now more than ever is when we must love on them, show them and give them our strength, ask them what they need, occupy spaces with them, disrupt and amplify the beautiful name of Deborah Terrell. Now more than ever, because we know in this country, The most disrespected is the black woman. The most unprotected is the black woman. The most neglected is the black woman. Being neglected and denied care, and yet they wanted to execute and murder her anyway. I don't know about you, family, but the senior citizen building should be the safest place against police violence in this country. We are dealing with our mothers in there, our grandmothers in there, who are in crisis. So I would never be okay in knowing that a black woman who needed care and not cops was gunned down and murdered. Because that could have been my grandmother. But let me tell you something, that was our grandmother.
That's right.
And that is why we're here. We can't wait until we're indirectly impacted in order to be outraged. We have to be indirectly impacted and show up and fuck shit up for justice. Because how we respond is a natural reaction due to long overdue pain, trauma, and suffering that has been inflicted upon our people. And none of these systems can be reformed.
That's right.
It has to be burnt to the ground.
That's right.
We are talking about a legal system that was designed to be like bleach. Work for whites and destroy colors. We are talking about a legal system that goes back to the era of the slave trade, of hunting black and brown people down with impunity. You cannot reform that. Burn that shit down. A black woman that was in crisis was denied care. 68. And her son said she was only 115 pounds? I don't give a hell what she had in her hand. Where was the care shown for her? Where was the remorse?
They dragged her down the hall.
Drag her down. Mace her, taste her, and execute her. And then what Brother Terrell says about this conceiving to happen under the same mayor, I got one thing to say to him. Fuck you, white man. Fuck you, white man. I will never wait for anybody, especially a white leader, to have remorse when it comes to black lives. Because the syndrome in this country is called the complexion for the protection for the connection. Had that been Becky, we know it would have turned out different. But it happened to be Deborah, a beautiful black lady who needed care. And that is why that syndrome is alive and well, and it continues to erase, steal, kill, and destroy black lives. We will never have that same care unless we respond a different way.
That's right.
Because we need that day to come here, and we need it to be here to stay. And until it is now, we will always be in a state of emergency.
That's right.
Because right now, we are in a state of emergency. Because a black woman was murdered by the city of New Brunswick.
That's right.
She was gunned down by the state on purpose.
Protected by the state.
I have nothing else to share but love and light to this family. And may we continue to show up for them.
You know what? Man, it was
Because the rage I have is here to the pain that they endure. And they need us the most to be a fence to them, to be a light. Ask them what they need before you leave this place today. How can I show up with you? What you need from me? Next time, bring 5 people, bring 10 people. But we have a moral obligation to seek to destroy any system that was created to steal, kill, and destroy black lives. That is our moral obligation. Say her name. Justice for. We're here for. We're fighting for. Say her name. Say her name. Say her name.
I want to thank everybody out for coming out. I mean, my family not going to like what I got to say, but what I got to say, make no mistake. If nobody going to do nothing about it, I'm going to take care of this myself.
I hear you, my brother.
I'm going to take care of this myself.
I hear you.
I'm going to take care of it. I got $5,000 bounty on his head. Fuck everybody else. I don't care anymore. That's my sister. They took my sister out. That motherfucker gonna pay for it. Excuse my language, he gonna pay for it.
Amen. Say her name. Say her name. Today our hearts are heavy as we mourn the loss of Miss Deborah Terrell. When a life is lost, the pain reaches beyond one family. And I'm here to let them know. It touches friends, neighbors, and the entire community. In moments like this, we must remember the power of community. We check on one another, we comfort one another, we pray for one another, and most importantly, we show up for one another like we have today. Let Miss Deborah Terrell's memory remind us that life is precious and that tomorrow is never promised. Give people their flowers while they can receive them. Say, I love you. Forgive when you can. Don't hold grudges. Support people. Call someone you haven't spoken to. Encourage our young people. I'm going to say it again. Encourage our young people. We need you more than ever. Miss Deborah, it wasn't the first or the last. And if we do not put a stick in this, it will surely, hellfire, be more. To Miss Deborah and family and everyone grieving with this tremendous loss, our community stands with you. I want you to know our community stands with you. May we turn our sadness into greater love, greater unity, and greater commitment to caring for each other. Introduce yourself to some people you don't know around here. It's okay to shake your brothers and sisters' hands as we are here in solidarity today. Rest peacefully, Miss Deborah Terrell. Your life mattered. Your presence mattered. And your memory will continue to live through. Okay? It will live through us. It will live through the family. It will be in the history of New Brunswick. History. I know you guys have seen how this time and how this town has changed. Many of you since you grew up. You have grown up walking up and down these streets. Please encourage the next generation to do better for this town that we can't afford to live in anymore. Please continue to be engaged in civic involvement. Go to council meetings. Let your voice be heard. Train up the next generation so we can have leaders. Tamel and Lena can't last forever, but our memory will. I challenge the next group of leaders from New Brunswick today as we stand in Miss Deborah Terrell's name to fight for what is right, to put in policies to never let things like this happen to our black and brown faces again. If you guys don't know, it's more than marching. We need to put some policies together. We need to show up at the local meetings after work, even though we're tired. We need to show up. We need to encourage the next generation. As the mantra of Sharpened Minds, we rise by lifting others. We love you, Miss Deborah Terrell, and I love your family for everything they have been through. Let's go. Community needs unity. Thank you.
Give it up again one more time for Linda. We've been putting in work, not only for the community, but the entire state. She gets busy. She ain't no joke. She's not no joke. And before I bring another speaker, how did I end up hosting this is what I want. Every time I come from, I get over it. But before I bring up another speaker. I want to let the New Brunswick Police Department know. Each and every one of you officers, I want y'all to know. It's not a flex because you got away from killing a 67-year-old lady. Just be very clear of that. You can poke your chest out all you want. You killed a 67-year-old lady and it took 5 of you to do it. Bunch of cowards. You didn't kill a bank robber. You killed a 67-year-old lady in a senior building. You're a bunch of cowards. You didn't kill a person that was gunning down a mass shooter. You didn't kill a mass shooter. You killed a 67-year-old lady in a senior home. You're a bunch of cowards. And it took 5 of you to do it. You bunch of cowards. I hope you cowards hear me. I hope y'all hear me. It took 5 of New Brunswick police officers to kill a 67-year-old woman. You're a bunch of cowards. So when you're out and about in the community, just know we're looking at you as cowards. Punks. You're a bunch of punks who got away. It took 5 of you to kill a 67-year-old. You're a bunch of punks. A bunch of cowards. So when you're back at home telling the story about how you killed a 67-year-old lady, just know that you're a coward and a punk. You did not kill a bank robber. You didn't kill a mass shooter. You cowards. Whenever there's shooting going on in Ripson Avenue, you run the other way. When Ripson Avenue is shooting out, you punk cowards run the other way. But when it came to a 67-year-old, it took 5 of you to kill her, and now you got your chest poked out. You're a bunch of punk cowards. A bunch of punk cowards. The entire department. So it's worse for them. It was better if they would have got indicted. Because now those cowards are back on the force with the rest of the cowards. You punk cowards.
That's right.
Baba Zaid, you ready? Oh, sister.
Just get that whole rhythm going. I got you. I'll come behind you.
I too echo the sentiment of everybody that's here, and I stand and will forever stand in the memory and the spirit of Miss Deborah Terrell. And there's no way I would not be here to show up for my brother Terrell Pittman, who's been on the front line ever since I've known him, advocating for people. But we show up anyway. We show up whether we know the person or not. My name is Lisa Davis. I'm the Brunswick Coalition for Social Justice, Peace, and Reparations, which is a part of the Uhuru movement. And I have some very strong words to say. First of all, this is a whole United States issue that has been going on since we were dragged onto these rotten, barbaric, pathetic systems that they stole from the indigenous people. It's been going on. This ruthless, barbaric state of New Jersey, and let's be clear, the Attorney General ain't our friend. Never has been. They are a lying, disgraceful, barbaric, ruthless system that always lies for the police and justifies every damn brutality that they commit against us. And I'm also going to say this, I ain't for them killing anybody no matter what. But let's be clear, the people that they gun down all the time are black people. It doesn't happen to the white community. There are many times I've seen them with guns, knives, all kinds of things. They don't do that to them. I cannot remember the last time of me ever hearing about a white person was wrongfully gunned down by the police in New Jersey. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, I'm saying I don't know their names. But I can tell you black person upon black person, and also other brown people. I'm not going to be long. But here's some of the things we've got to do. We've got to challenge this ruthless system. We got to condemn the Attorney General. We got to pull these damn laws that gave them the power to completely conduct these investigations in secrecy. We got to condemn and bring down the issue of the the grand jury system. That's bullshit. We gotta bring it down. And also, and I don't vote no Democrat or Republican. I ain't about none of them. But I'm not standing up for any damn system that doesn't support us. And we gotta call out those who do. You're going to endorse these people? You're going to endorse this stuff? I'm going to look at the work of the people you endorse. And then I'm going to look in your face and be like, why the hell did you do that? There was no damn reason to trust or believe who was the governor that just left? Murphy, or the horror that just got in, the one who endorsed the bill honoring Charlie Kirk white nationalism. How the hell did we get behind her at all? And I'm not saying this to point fingers or to blame anybody. I ain't saying it from that. I've done my share. I've had my mistakes too. But it cannot go on. And we got to stand up and do what we got to do. We've got to have the guts to do that. And I want to work with each one of you to do it because there will be no more. That's right. And we got to give a strong message, calling out the Attorney General's office and demanding, writing the laws that we want to see be in place and holding those accountable who do not support us. Uhuru, I'm here for you. Also, the Uhuru movement says Uhuru means freedom. And the Uhuru movement calls for black community control of the police based on how we define it, not how this business of our system conversation.
Give us a one more time. He putting his glasses on. Oh, hey.
So I can see half.
Superman is in the building. Take off the shirt, unloose the tie, step in the booth. Superman is alive.
Punch a pig in the face. Punch a pig in the face.
All power to the people, everybody. My name is Zaid Muhammad. Old heads call me Baba Zaid because I'm an elder.
That's right.
Deborah Terrell is my age, my generation. To the family, I want to apologize to your family for what happened to your family. And that apology should have started on August 8, 2025 from the city. And I know it hasn't come yet, has it? We need to fix that.
Oh, I'm going to fix it.
We need to fix that. I was looking, I want to celebrate the diversity. The young, the old, the black, the brown, the white. Y'all got a little something to everybody out here today. Y'all represent something more than your individual selves. And talking about this old cracker mayor that's been in office since the early 1990s in a town that no longer looks like him.
How it happened.
I just read somewhere where over 50% of this community is brown. And when black, brown, and white unite, you can get rid of that old stuff. Get rid of that old stuff. And then you got to tame city council too. Remember when we came in, Brunswick City Council, all of them looking out their mouths open, ain't say a damn thing, and haven't done a damn thing. They need to go too. The young people in this town, there's a clear line of march for what you can do that's right in front of you.
Got a clean house.
And there's some practical things too, right? I want us just to lay out because, you know, somebody called me the unity man once. But I said, I'll take that, right? Because we need united strategies, we need united fronts. We have to unite to make things happen. I run a statewide coalition against police brutality called New Jersey Communities for Accountable Policing. I'm involved with another coalition, listen to this, y'all, called the New Jersey Violence Intervention and Prevention Coalition. What is that, Baba Zaid? That's an organization, that's a coalition rather, of organizations that do community-based violence intervention. And before Ms. Deborah was taken from us, almost 2 years before Ms. Deborah was taken from us, there were two young men, one in Patterson, the other in Jersey City, who were killed under similar circumstances. They were young black men having a mental health crisis. Najee Seabrooks, I knew Najee. I actually worked with the organization that he represented. Najee was a violence interventionist with the Patterson Healing Collective, right? Call his folks. All I need to do is see your face and say, I'll come out, right? The police wouldn't allow that and blew his chest out. And tricked him into coming out, saying, we're going to take you to your mama. And blew his chest out. We shut Patterson down several times with apology. Two coalitions coming together, United Strategy. Then in Jersey City, and this anniversary is coming up too, August 27th, same year, Andrew Washington. Family called for help. Andrew was in a mental health crisis. Andrew had a history of some mental health challenges. Had been in and out of the Jersey City Medical Center, addressing his different challenges. Even had previous encounters with his mental health challenges with the Jersey City Police. They called for help. They didn't call the police, Andy Richards. They called the Jersey City Medical Center where his medical history was. And the Jersey City Medical Center was supposed to develop with the tune of $4 million a crisis response team that did not exist because they did not do that and nobody raised any hell about it. Nobody held them accountable, and we lost it. But we shut Jersey City down several times. Several times. And out of that came something called the C. Brooks Washington Bill. Y'all say the C. Brooks Washington Bill. Because I'm trying to give you some homework. I'm trying to give you some shit to do. Right? In their name, and it was a sea of other cases before and after that too. I want to be clear. Hasani Best was killed on August 21st. That anniversary is coming up in Asbury Park in the George Floyd summer, by the way. The summer where there was supposed to be a reckoning in this country around race that didn't take place. There should have been a reckoning in New Jersey, the birth of racial profiling that didn't take place. Major Julia Dale, decorated combat vet in 2 wars. From Newton, New Jersey, that's right. Wife calls to help. My husband's in some distress. Wants you to be careful, come help him. 12 seconds, they put him down. On the 4th of July. Thank you for your service, Major Julia Dale III. On the 4th of July. Put that in your goddamn 250. 250 some of that.
Brother in Newark last year.
Wally Bay. I'm not dealing with mental health crisis first. I'm trying to make a point. Right? And then right after that, Victoria Lee. 25-year-old artist with a water bottle in her hand. Water bottle. About the same size as Miss Deborah. Charge was led by a big 240-pound black police officer acting like a goddamn overseer that he is. Sold his goddamn soul to the devil. Oh yeah, that's what they are. Kill that child. Now I'm calling her a child because she could be my granddaughter. Granddaughter. Anyway, about this bill. $2 million was put in 6 counties' laps to build out what we call community-led, that means no pigs, no police, community-led crisis response teams for people in mental health crisis, an alternative to the police and a complement to what they call a ride together, which is police and mental health together. Hey, he had that together. It took 2 years and additional protests after the law was signed to get them to release some of that money. And as soon as they started releasing, they started talking about, we're going to sunset this. That's a euphemism. That's a soft voice that we're going to shut this down because we don't want to pay it no more. We raised some hell. Said, like hell you're going to do that. And I will tell you that the Patterson Healing Collective, working with Black Lives Matter Patterson, have formed what's called the Patterson Neighborhood Crisis Response Team. And they're training. They just started training, just announced it to the community. This time next year, they should be operational. But what I want you to appreciate is this. Among the counties that $2 million was dropped off was Middlesex County. The money is on the table. On the table. You ain't got to go look for it. You ain't got to beg for it. It's on the table. Middlesex County residents bum rush these meetings, and the time has come for a Middlesex County community-led crisis response team. And let's name it after Deborah Terrell. Let's name it after Deborah Terrell. To illustrate why it's so important, why it's so necessary, and why we can, the people can correct the mistakes of the state when people need people's help. You hear what I'm saying? I'm not telling you, this is not rocket science. This is what the great Deborah, what's my sister's name in Newark that works with you in Public Square Amplified?
Josie Gonzalez.
No. Linda Carter.
Linda.
This is Civics 101. Civics 101. This is stuff that's right in our lap in this community. In this community. The most disrespected woman in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman. That's what he started. That comes from May 5th, 1962. Malcolm in Los Angeles addressing the police attack and killing the treasurer of Mosque number 27's Treasurer Ronald Stokes. And you know what? K-Son, Malcolm was getting in. He was getting in. And the beginning of Black Power in California starts there. And Malcolm was ready to do some things. And even Elijah Muhammad himself, I'm making it plain. I'm a Malcolm Muslim.
Come on, King.
Right? Said, Malcolm, we got to tone that stuff down, son. I said, what? You kill someone in the fruit of Islam? Somebody must be. And that was the real reason why he had to leave the Nation of Islam. It had nothing to do with Elijah, said, all due respect. It was that fundamental change. You ain't got to do nothing with nobody's zipper. You need to take control of your own community. The time for white supremacy in this town should be up. And that is up to y'all in this community. It's right in front of me. So the Took family again, I salute you. This brother here, Barry DeLoach. Y'all don't forget Barry DeLoach, did you? No. Right? He had New Brunswick in the streets every day for several weeks running. Yeah, he did. That young man right there. I'm proud of that young man. Y'all give Tormel, put him in a round of applause. Yeah. Proud of that young man. But it's a heartbreaking truth that we have to come together for his family in this way. The call that I had to make to him that broke my heart. Another coalition, another united place. We have a thing called Stolen Lives. It's a national assembly of families who've lost loved ones to police violence. And while it was the thing to do, no one wants to make that kind of call, and certainly no one wants to get that kind of call. To have to belong to that kind of assembly. So there are united efforts happening. But until we, affect the goals of change that we're talking about, we got work to do. Right? Tell no lies, claim no easy victories, as the great revolutionary Amilcar Cabral said, and let's shake this damn thing down. Camilla, love you, son, right? Son, I see y'all. I appreciate you. You've grown in this. Right? You found your voice in this. For your mom, right? And that That's incredible. That's incredible. Brunswick, you gotta do better. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. I'll wind with this. Y'all see this Panther stuff I wear, right? I am the son of the Black Panther Party, and I ran a new Black Panther Party for years. Sent in by an old Panther named Michael Smitty Smith, combat vet from Korea and Vietnam, who joined the Black Panther Party in Newark in '67 after our uprising. He said, go in there and straighten them out because they need our politics. I said, yes, sir. Right? Exit. What's the exit? Exit 9?
Yes.
May 2nd, 1973. Wasn't the New Brunswick Police, it was the state police with racial profiling motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Pull over a white sedan over a tail light, so that's what they said.
Yeah.
And the scared officer, and I mean literally, the record is clear, started popping off shots. The passenger in the front seat, whose hands were up by the name of the shot, Asada Shakur, was shot and nearly killed. Zaid Shakur, trying to protect Asada, was killed. And the officer with them was also killed. And the officer that did all the shooting ran like a scared puppy, trying to be a tough guy. Just like these big, bad, bold, full-grown black men with badges, guns, and tasers, and couldn't talk down an elderly 150-pound senior citizen.
Unacceptable.
The cowards running rampant, trying to manage this backwards thing called white supremacy. They got to go too. Right? All power to the people. Stop police brutality. By any means necessary. Stop police brutality. By any means necessary. Stop police brutality. In the black community. By any means necessary. Say a name. 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 Shut up there. All power to the people. Once again, give it up for my big brother, the Baba Brian. He mentioned Asada Shakur. But what people don't realize is we're standing on sacred ground.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because they held her right in that building right there before she went.
That's right.
Before she went to Clinton,
right.
she was held in that building right over there.
That's right.
That courthouse that's right over there, that's where they held Asada Shakur before she went to Clinton. So to mention her at this time is just insane. Like, this mic is for everybody, so if anybody wants to speak, I just want to say this real quick. And some people brought it up but didn't hit home on it. And this is just my personal opinion and my personal philosophy. When I say the word cracker, it has nothing to do with a complexion. It's a position that people take. So be very clear. When I say we got a whole lot of black crackers that's in that building, that's keeping us oppressed like anyone else. If Cracker was the cattle rancher, he had the whip. He would crack the whip. So if the white person had the whip, who was the cattle rancher, he would crack the whip. But when he passed it to the black man, the black man cracked that whip just as well as anybody else.
That's right.
And we ain't giving him no pass.
That's right.
So when you got black crackers like Keith Jones Jr. Oh yeah, we're gonna say some names. Because that's the one who y'all got to compete with me, right? That's right. When I'm raising all this hell, we need an answer for Terrell Pittman. So we're gonna get somebody to get on the payroll that when he say left, I'm gonna say right. When he say up, I'm gonna say down. So they got good old Keith Jones Jr.
The city council.
A black cracker.
That's right. City council.
That's who they sent to us. When they're doing the Juneteenth parade up in Pine Street, it's hosted by a bunch of black crackers.
House Negro. That's
When they sit there and you pulled over and that black officer turned his head and act like he ain't see nothing, you got a bunch of black crackers. If a task force was to come up here right now and apprehend all of us
it's gonna be filled with a bunch of black crackers.
That is right.
That's right. Talk about it. They was here that night.
We ain't playing with them either.
Nobody gets a pass.
They on the chopping block too. We ain't joking around with them because they're more harmful because they can sell us out in this building and then come up to the temple and hang out with us.
That's right. That's right.
And people be shaking their hand.
Black skin.
Oh, no, that's he cool, man. Yeah, man. He down. You go to the temple, you got ex-cops working at the bar. But when he was on the force, when he was employed by the New Brunswick Police Department, he would stop you. There's only one white person that I know of that was shot by New Brunswick Police Department. Oh, we're going to get into it today. There's only one person that I'm familiar with that was shot by the New Brunswick Police Department. He was shot by a black officer by the name of Rodney Blunt. Oh, I do this. This is what I do. Rodney Blunt shot this white person by accident because he was shooting at 4 black men. And happened to shoot a white person by accident. Do you know what they did to Rodney Blunt?
Oh, made an example out of him.
Oh, he was going in handcuffs until the white person said, no, 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 leave him alone. He was shooting at some other guys. That's the only thing that got him off the hook.
Wow. Wow.
That's the only reason he was still able to be on the force. If that man didn't say, no, wait a minute, he wasn't shooting it, it was accident, I saw the whole thing. He was shooting at 4 black guys.
Yeah.
They still got him out of the department. You gotta go to the county. You can't be here. You can't be, you still, we know it was an accident, we know it was a mistake, but you can't be here, you gotta go. You think they're gonna do that to that Latino officer?
No.
Oh, they got the power to do it, you gotta get out of here. You think they're gonna do that to him? No, they're not gonna do that to him. Because it's complexion. So when we sit here and we say, yeah, the system needs to fail, well, we gotta get at everybody who's operating that system. Everybody they bring amongst us.
Struggle is everywhere.
Every single person. And I don't look at complexion, I look at your position.
That's right.
That's right. Exactly.
So history.
I don't look at what party you're affiliated with. I look at who you are and your position.
What have you done?
And what's your stance?
That's right.
And listen, if you can't come out here with us now, you can't come out here with us never.
Exactly.
We don't need you. I don't even shake hands with you when I'm in the hood. Hey, Tremessa, I don't want to hear it. If you can't come out here, I don't care if you're a firefighter. This is the lie they tell, right? They'll tell you this. Yo, bro, listen, hey Mel, I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your aunt, but you know, I work down there, so I can't do so much. I can't, you know, I'm employed by the city. I can't, it ain't so much I can do, but you know, behind closed doors, I'm with you, bro, you know. That's a lie.
They're the ones that need to come.
You know why that's a lie? Because my wife used to work in this same building. She's right here. You know what? When I used to be, please give her, because being married to an activist, it ain't easy. But I'm gonna put y'all on game, right? The reason why I know that's a lie, because her husband would be outside right here doing the same thing, and you know what she would do? She said, yes, I can't work while I'm on the clock, but on my lunch break, I'm gonna come down. She would come downstairs, stand with us, and go back in the office.
Be with our community. That's right.
When she on break, come back down, advocate with the people, and go back as long as she's not on the clock. So you mean to tell me you're lying? You don't want to advocate with the community.
They can.
You don't want to advocate with us. So we're going to advocate by ourselves. And when we take this building over, we need to see exactly who they are now. We don't need to find out later once we take the city over, because we're taking it over. I don't care who the mayor is. I don't care what he think he wants. He was better off tapping out, because he's going to go through hell. He was better off quitting and giving the torch to Charlie or somebody, because he's going to catch hell.
time, Charlie.
I don't care. I don't care. And the reason why I was quiet for months. The reason why I was quiet is because they ain't burning no energy. I ain't burning no energy. I'm burning all this energy, so when they get to fight, I'm all tired. We all wore out. We don't got no energy. No, they think it's long over. Now they got to deal with reality. Now they got to deal with reality. They don't like this happening after they thought they got away with something.
Yes, sir.
Because you can't bring her back.
Yes, sir.
There's no accountability. And you guys are poking your chest out. You guys are going to eat ice cream. When I seen that coward, another black cracker, getting ice cream, I know he had a lot of work to do. I knew it was a lot of work to do. I'm like, man, listen, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop until I see fit that, you know what, they got bags under their eyes. Their wives are having conversations like, this is getting too far. I don't know if I can do
And
this.
they're not getting sleep.
We start breaking up homes. People don't want to be around you. Hey, listen, that officer, I don't want to ride in the car with him. That's the work I'm going to put in. That's the work. And I don't need a specific mayor to be able to do that.
That's right.
And I'm not just going to go at the man. We're going to talk about the county and the state.
All of them.
We ain't playing with any of them. We determine what justice is.
All of them. That's right.
They don't determine what our justice is. That's something we determine.
That's right.
We determine how things go around here. It's us. We call the shots.
We the people, baby.
I don't know what they told you. I don't know what type of gas they sprayed over you. We call the shots.
Yes.
We tell them what we want done. Now unless they got a memo that I'm not aware of, I thought the people control us. That's our building. We paying for it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They got to answer to us.
Yes,
Now unless
sir.
we sniffing the wrong gas.
Yes, sir.
If we want, if whatever this community agrees with, that's what we get. It's not up to them. We shouldn't be voting. We shouldn't be begging with our hats in our hands. We own this. This is ours. And what we say, go. And the only reason that's not the case is because we don't walk around like that.
That's right. That's right.
We're walking around with our hands out. I want that and I want it now. Walk away. And when you come back, it better be there. I don't care if you're black, white, Latino, Asian. We control this. The people run this show. They're going to be held accountable for what they did to my aunt. Because I say so.
Yes, sir.
I don't need no attorney general to make that decision. I said they're going to pay for it.
Yes, sir.
And that's law. And you have the same power as I do.
Yes, sir.
You got the exact same power as I do. I don't care who get voted in. I don't care who get nominated. I don't care who got a gun, a badge. They work for you. You tell them what to do. And let them get used to you telling them what to do.
Exactly right.
And how you want it done.
That is power. Exactly. That's what power is.
We're not talking about tomorrow. We're not talking about next week. We're talking about right now. If you feel that something isn't right in the community that you live in, around the air that you breathe in, I want it changed now. Change it now. And guess what? They may give you resistance the first time, second time. But if 5 people come, we want this change now, right now. I'm not leaving. I want this change. You go into a meeting, anywhere you see that something is crippling humanity, you got a right to change it immediately. Stop waiting. I'm going to show you how it plays out. I'm going to show you how when you want something done right now, it's going to get done. But you as a people, we all have the same power. And my thing is, listen, don't give it away.
That's right.
They expect you to give it away.
That's right.
They expect you to be the type of cowards that they are. But we're not. We don't need 1,000 people out here to get anything changed. You can change a lot by yourself. They know when somebody's for real and somebody's playing. They know when they could laugh somebody out the office or joke around with somebody, and then they know when, like, wow, this guy is serious. And it only takes one serious guy to change this entire community, this entire county, this entire state. Just as long as when you're dealing with them, don't be scared. You don't got to be afraid of them. That officer right there, I'm not afraid of him. If I was here by myself, he know I'm not afraid of him. He can't tell me to do nothing. When I was putting a tent up, they said, oh, you gotta have permit. We no permits today. I put a tent anyway. I will put a tent over that car. and he's not gonna do anything. You know why he's not gonna do anything? It's not because I'm not bad. He knows I'm not playing. And I'm not afraid of it. And that's how we all should walk around. Not being afraid and getting done what we want to get done. And not running to you got one scumbag over here and another scumbag over. Hey, can you help me with this scumbag? No, it don't work like that. You don't need any of it. All you need to know is what you want done and then get it done. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming out. This isn't the last. We got a lot of work to do. I'm not even gonna say it's an uphill battle, but we got some work to do. And if they think for 1 second, for one, they hate these speakers, right? I got these speakers when my aunt got killed. They hate them because they travel.
Oh yeah.
They travel. See, they're cool. They're cool with us in front of here whispering. They hear every word that was said in that, behind those walls, they hear every word that was said.
So does everybody else.
And everybody else hear what words they said. So they heard when Tormel Pittman called them a bunch of cowards. I said it. They heard that. And they like it to be quiet. They don't want you. And listen, the next demonstration, I want to take it downtown where they're happy at.
You know that's right.
See, there's too many happy people around
We done
here.
18 before we do it again.
There's too much dancing and singing in New Brunswick. There's too much high-fiving and discoing in New Brunswick. It's just too much.
This is a state of emergency.
We're in a crisis, and the minute we get in a crisis, they turn the music up and everybody start dancing. And forget it's a crisis. It's way too much partying. I'm about to be the party pooper.
Party crash.
I'm telling you right now.
Party crash.
I'm gonna be no, I don't want to just crash it. I want to poop on the party. I'm pooping on parties. Yeah, you crash it there, go back here once in a while. But when you poop, don't nobody want to be in the party. You don't poop in the party over. We're pooping parties around here. Huh? There ain't nobody going to a poop party. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start crashing these parties. Whenever they think there's comfort, whenever they think there's fun, we just need a dose of reality. We ain't playing no games. Like I said, thank you guys for coming out. This is also our son right here, Deborah Terrell. He just came up. And Dupree, would you like to say some words? Okay, I'm glad you look it, because I'm about to let it. It's my big cousin right here, Dupree. You know, it has been a strain on our family. You know, and a lot of people in the community, they always come up to me and they say, "You of all people, like, Tormel, how could they kill your aunt?" I'm like, well, if we didn't get no systemic change, if we didn't get a culture change, then why am I exempt?
Exactly.
The people of America don't want a culture change. They're not your kind. We voted for Trump.
Shut your ass
Hey guys, please, listen, wait. Let's not waste energy. He almost fell out just saying that. So just let it go. Listen, it took everything he had to yell that out. We don't want to give him more energy. Look, he had it again, about to fall. Look, watch him stumbling. He's stumbling and ain't even in front of him.
Why you walking?
Yeah, see, and
From the generation that what they had.
and here's the thing, right? The minute you're doing something positive, trust and believe there's going to be provocateurs.
That's right.
There's going to be provocateurs.
That's paid by the city.
People are not going to stop something that's not going to work.
That's paid by the city. Yep.
Have you ever seen anybody fund any project to stop something that's not going to work? That's a waste of money. Anything you're doing and they got to bring provocateurs to you, that means it's working. He heard them speakers from way down there. They said, "Hey, buddy, go on, earn your keep."
He stumbled through here. He's gone now. He didn't make a
Told him
difference.
to finish his drink first.
Yeah. So yeah, we're not deterred by provocateurs. That's that's easy for me. That lets me know that I'm doing something right.
Yes, sir.
That lets me know I'm doing something right.
There'll be more. That's
You
right.
know, and I guess they were real cheap because they only wanted to pay one guy. They're like, "Man, listen, man. It's getting kind of tight, man. You got a Budweiser in the sandwich. Go ahead and make yourself do what it do." But I'm gonna bring my cousin Dupree up, and then we can shut down because, listen, at the end of the day, we got marching orders.
We got work to do.
And the one thing you take from this demonstration, I wish more people were here to take this, but the one thing you take from this demonstration today on Deborah Terrell's behalf is, I'm no longer taking no for an answer.
Yes, sir.
Take that with you home. I'm not taking no for an answer. Each and every, this group right here, we can change a lot if we just take that one thing with us home. I'm not taking no for an answer.
Yes, sir.
Because we're here for righteous reasons.
Right.
And somebody's going to give you an unrighteous no. If you don't accept that, that's where the change starts. No, we can't do that. You know, for years we've never did. Nah, I don't want to hear that. Well, there's a law, and now I don't deal with laws. I deal with right and wrong, righteous and unrighteous. That's all I deal with. So, you know, you got time, you can change it before I leave the office. What time do you leave for? Okay. You can change it, but I'm not taking no for an answer. And we can no longer take no for an answer. Because it cripples our entire community. When a person gets killed by law enforcement, right, that's the ultimate. That's the worst they can do. But here's the thing, right? That's done to damage our psyche. That's done to damage us psychologically. Because here's my thing. We're looking at the worst. Oh, if somebody's killed by police, then them giving me a ticket, an unnecessary ticket ain't that bad.
Start accepting stuff.
We start accepting everything just so we won't be killed or murdered. So they do that deliberately. So even if they pay money out to the family, they're going to make it back tenfold. They're going to get their money. They don't lose. They're going to get their money back. Because there are going to be thousands of people who are scared to get treated like Deborah Terrell, so they're going to go along to get along. See, this is a game they play. So whatever pennies they give out, they'll make it back. And our job is to make sure that whatever they give out is funneled back into the system. Put every quarter of that blood money back into the system. So if they do something stupid, we're not outside, we're in the Deborah Terrell Center, planning and orchestrating. That's what if we hear something happen, we got our own funded task force that'll go out and look for it.
That's right.
We got our own phones that'll pick up and say, all right, we'll be there in 10 minutes.
That's right.
That's what you call justice. If we're gonna change, they saying change the street that she was killed on to Deborah Terrell. I want this street to be named Deborah Terrell Street.
That's right.
Let's do Kirkpatrick Street.
That's right.
If you're gonna name a street after her, let's take this one.
That's right.
To make sure that every time these dirtbags come out, they're stepping on my aunt's name.
That's right.
So that's what we're gonna do. That's what you call justice.
That's right.
When they can't forget what happened.
That's right.
You force them to never be able to forget what happened. That's the only way you can get justice.
That's right.
Is for them to never forget what happened. And for them not to forget, they gotta have something sitting in their face every day they come to work.
To remind them.
I'm gonna let my cousin speak, because for one, I'm losing my voice. And my sister just made me say I got to do WBAI this week.
We can talk, but definitely we want you on WBAI.
Okay. Anybody after Dupree want to speak, let me know now, so I know. If you don't, I get it. Everybody ain't speakers and talkers, I get that. You know, but if you do want your voice to be heard, or if you do want something to where's NJ Byrne at? Uh-oh, yeah. All right. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about NJ Byrne, right? They're doing things. They're doing things for not only the community, but Deborah Terrell on their own. Like, they're putting in a lot of work, you know, and they're doing amazing things. You need people like that who are standing when the lights and the cameras are gone. Everybody ain't talking about it. It ain't on the news. It ain't on social media.
These guys are putting in work, and I just want to acknowledge you guys and give you guys a round of applause and tell you we're with you, we support you, and anything you need from us, you just let us know.
Yeah, same
Uh-oh.
goes for you. Same goes for you.
Do is Larry's coming. You can speak with him. Hey, you going the wrong way.
But you wait, if you have to
So-
go, then go.
After my cousin Dupree, Larry's gonna speak, and then we're gonna wrap
Thank
this
you.
up. But please, like I said, we're leaving with no is not an option. No is not an option. We're not bound to an indictment. My legacy wasn't about whether a cop is gonna get indicted or not. It's way bigger than that. We don't care if he's indicted or not. This mission is a lot stronger than that, than an indictment. We're bigger than that. We don't. If this happens again, who cares whether the officer is indicted or not? Because we're going to make a culture change regardless of whether the officer is on the force or not. We're going to change this culture whether he's in prison or not. He may as well get ice cream as much as he could because he got something waiting for him. Or we got a plan for them, and they're not going to like it. The department is going to be affected by the decisions that they made. The entire department is going to be affected by the decisions that they made. I'm going to let my cousin Du speak, and then Brother Larry speak, and then we're going to enjoy the rest of our Saturday.
All right, this is a lifelong fight, and we just getting started. This is a lifelong fight. It has to be fought on the front line. There's a difference between saying you love someone after they're gone and being willing to fight for them while their name, their dignity, and their justice is being questioned. I had Deborah Terrell was a 68-year-old woman who was shot and killed by the Brunswick Police in the senior apartment building where she lived. She was someone's mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, sister, aunt, and friend. She deserved to come home that day. She deserved dignity, and she deserved compassion, and above all, she deserved justice. But justice doesn't happen because people are protesting for a few days. Justice happens when people are willing to stand on the front line and keep standing there and fighting. When you're fighting a war, you cannot expect someone else to fight every battle for you. You cannot remain silent and wonder why the war was lost. You cannot walk away from the battle and expect the enemy to surrender. Silence has consequences. I say this with pain in my heart because I watched this happen after Muhammad was taken from us. Believing someone you love is killed under circumstances that demanded answers. You have to be willing to fight publicly for those answers. You have to make phone calls. You have to attend meetings. You have to protest. You have to demand transparency. You have to speak her name. You have to ask uncomfortable questions. And when people stop talking about it, you have to keep talking. Because when everyone becomes silent, powerful institutions move on while the family is left carrying the pain. I refuse to let that happen to my aunt. I'm not fighting because I hate anyone. I'm fighting because I love my aunt. I'm fighting because I believe her life mattered. I'm fighting because a 68-year-old woman should not become just another headline that people eventually forget. And I'm fighting because the truth deserves to be heard, whenever the truth ultimately reveals. This is what I'm fighting. This is what fighting on the front line means. It means showing up when it's uncomfortable. It means standing when you're tired. It means speaking when people rather you be quiet. It means continuing when the cameras are gone and the crowds have disappeared. It means refusing to allow her death that you love be someone else yesterday news. Say her name. Say her name. Her life mattered. Her family matters. Her memory matters. And the questions surrounding her death matters. I will continue to fight for this until transparency is held. Like I said, this is a war, and we're not going to stop fighting. God has the final say. God has the final say. These cops, you might be not in jail, just X the bars. You are murderers. And we're gonna fight you guys to the death. All right, I appreciate everybody coming out. Anybody else want to speak? All right, all right.
Justice for Deborah Terrell. Justice for Deborah Terrell. Justice for Deborah Terrell. No justice. No justice. No justice. Stop killer cops. Stop killer cops.
Stop killer cops.
All right. Well, listen, don't y'all, once he get here, don't y'all forget everything that I said, because I said some good stuff. Right? So now don't turn on me once he get here. I just want to make that real clear. When I got the news that the grand jury failed to indict the officer that killed Deborah Terrell, I was saddened but not surprised, because this is par for the course. This is what they do. I mean, the number of officers that are actually indicted. I mean, first of all, let's just say the numbers of officers that are actually charged is but a fraction of the total number. And when I say a fraction, I'm talking about less than 1% of the total number of police brutality cases. So the number of people who actually end up indicted are an even smaller number than that. I mean, we look at what happened with Derek Chauvin, it damn near took worldwide demonstrations to get Derek Chauvin when everybody saw what happened, right? Everybody saw the tape, right? Chauvin had his knee on George Floyd's neck. It took worldwide, I'm telling you, if there had not been demonstrations all over the country and all over the world, there would not have been an indictment. And so when I heard that this officer was not indicted, it just raised some issues that people like Zaid and organizations like New Jersey, Communities for Accountable Policing, and other groups have been making, that there has to be structural change in the criminal justice system. This system, this grand jury system, is designed in such a way for the outcome that we don't get. First of all, any of you who have ever who've been called for jury duty, how many people here have been called for jury duty? You know when you're in jury duty, they create what? A pool. They draw from the voter rolls. Those people, the people that are called for jury duty, come off the voter registration rolls. And they call in maybe 500 people on a case, whether it be a grand jury case or a petit jury case. They call in about 500 people, and what happens in that process? In the process of picking the jury case on, the prosecution can eliminate anybody that they don't want on the jury. What's it called? See, he's an expert in it. He knows. I don't know that word. But I know from the times that I've served on juries that they pick people. And I've been eliminated many times simply because I thought I was black, and that's why they eliminated me. I mean, they didn't know who I was, you know, but sometime in the last case I was eliminated, I think they did because they actually called me up there. So the prosecution picks a jury that he thinks is gonna give him the outcomes that he wants or she wants. So the system is rigged from the beginning. The system is rigged from the beginning. They get a jury. And then if you overlay that with the fact that we're taught to be deferential to the police. You know we're taught that, right? From the time that we're children. How many of us were kids and we saw cops in the cartoons, right? The cops are always friendly. The cops always, you know,
and we're taught to be deferential. We're taught in school. We're taught that in the popular culture to be deferential to the police. So on the final analysis, you have a system that is designed to give out this outcome, which is no justice for the victims of the system. Because the police are part of a system of repression. It's one system, it's not just the police. It's the entire criminal justice system. And I heard y'all talking when I was parking around the corner, people were talking about transparency. The whole show is closed. We can't sit in a grand jury proceeding like we sit in a trial, right? Am I right or am I wrong? You cannot sit in that grand jury proceeding. You don't know what's going on. And the prosecution, what's the old slogan? I'm sure somebody said this already. You can indict a ham sandwich. You know, they get the indictment that they want. And this was an almost predictable outcome. I can't even remember, maybe since the Faison case, somebody help me. I can't remember the last time police actually went to trial. I can't even remember the last time they went to trial. This system is designed to protect them. It's designed to protect property. It's designed to protect those in power. And so that's why we got to change the whole damn system, y'all. The whole damn system has to be changed. The whole system has to be changed before we're going to get any kind of justice. I mean, we'll be lucky between now and then. There'll be another George Floyd, and you know, one officer may be indicted. There were officers indicted in the Arbery case, you know, and even in New Jersey, there were 1 or 2 officers here who were found guilty, but 99% of them walk free. And that's why they continue to kill us with impunity, because they know they have immunity. In fact, that's one of the things we were campaigning for, right? An end to what? Qualified immunity. They have a type of immunity that you and I do not have. You know who else has that? Judges have it. They have a kind of immunity. They're not going to be treated the same way you or I are treated if we were to commit the same thing. They have qualified immunity, and they know that. And they know when they kick in a senior citizen's door, there'll probably be no consequence for you. They figure, yeah, there'll be a few demonstrations, but they'll get tired, they'll burn out, and it'll be forgotten about. And you know what? To a degree, that's true. To a degree, that's true. Because we can look around and see the number of people that were out here protesting when she was first killed was greater than the number of people who are out here now. But nonetheless, we have to continue to fight. 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 They're killing. Do you know that they have killed more people since George Floyd was killed? More people have been killed by the police. And this is just not me. This is not rhetorical. You can look at the statistics. Every year, Floyd was killed in 2020. Every year since 2020, the number of police brutality cases, the number of police shooting deaths has increased, not decreased, because the system of repression in this country is increasing. We all can be Deborah Terrell. We all are like 3 degrees away from being Deborah Terrell. I can be driving, me and Zaid and Nello, we'll be riding in the car and we'll be pulled over just because when we roll by that traffic stop, he said there's 3 black men in that car. Let's stop the car. And once that car is stopped and once that cop gets out the car, we're 3 degrees. A word can be the difference between whether we're shot or not. A word could be the difference between whether we'll walk away from that stop alive. Whether we'll walk away alive. You know, and they don't just kill, you know,
adults. What was the case down there in Mississippi? Down there in Senatobia, Mississippi, the police shot a 1-year-old child. Cohen Wiley is his name. Everybody say Cohen Wiley.
Cohen Riley.
Cohen Wiley.
Cohen Riley.
A 1-year-old child was shot.
Over some diapers.
1 year, and the question is, look, people say, well, they was in there doing something. No, the woman had receipts. She had receipts. She didn't steal anything. She had receipts. But I'm going to tell you this. Even if something had been stolen, there's not a damn thing in that Walmart worth a child's life. Not a damn thing. I don't care what it is. I don't care if they took money. I don't care if the store was robbed. There's not a damn thing in that Walmart or that BJ's or that Costco's or whatever that's worth a child's life. And I'll tell you something else. If that had been a white mother and a white child, that child wouldn't have been shot. And we cannot omit the issue of race. I was in a meeting last night, right? We had a meeting at Mount Olive Baptist Church. We've been having these forums all around the state called the attack on voting rights and the war on black people. And of course, there was a black person in there, Kason, who before the meeting was over, was going to say, well, Trump is not just attacking black people, he's attacking everybody. But that's true. There's a degree of truth in that. But the fact of the matter is, black people are only 14% of the national population, but we're 38% of the people that are shot and killed by the police. So you got to understand, you cannot omit the racial aspect of this situation. But yes, when you look at the numbers, white people are killed by the police too. Latino people are killed by the police too. Asian people are killed. What's the woman's name that was killed in Fort Lee? Victoria Lee, killed up there in Fort Lee, New Jersey. But if white people are killed by the police, there should be more white people out here. If Latinos are killed by the police, there should be more Latinos. I'm telling you, until we start moving in significant numbers that can't be ignored, we're going to be the victims of this thing again and again and again and again and again. You know, we stand here in the aftermath. We're coming up on the anniversary of the murder of Bernard Plessy in Englewood, New Jersey. The murder of Andrew Washington in Jersey City, New Jersey. The murder of Najee Seabrooks in Paterson, New Jersey. I mean, there's almost every day of the year, there's an anniversary of someone that's been killed by the police. You know, I think about, what if they had killed my grandmother? What if they had killed Stella Cobb? My grandmother and grandfather's Claude Cobb and Stella. I would go crazy. I would be losing my mind. I'd probably be in jail by now. I probably need some kind of counseling. I might have done something that I couldn't be accountable for. I'm not gonna lie about it. You know, and I'm gonna tell you something else. There's a law in physics that says for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. They can continue to kill us with impunity if they want, but I'm gonna tell you, at a certain point, there's gonna be an explosion. There's gonna be an explosion. I'm telling you, as I stand here, as I live and breathe, there's gonna be an explosion. We just passed the anniversary of the Newark uprising in 1967. What caused it? Police brutality. But the other part of that story that they don't tell people is that between 1960 and 1971, there were more than 1,000 urban uprisings in the United States. How many people knew that? 1,000. You know about Newark, you know about Detroit, but you don't know that every major city in New Jersey had an uprising. Newark wasn't even the first city that had the uprising. The first city was Jersey City. They had the first up. Every one of the 27 urban areas in New Jersey had an uprising. And it was there were uprisings of such a degree that Governor Hughes, I was alive at that time, Governor Hughes had to declare a state of emergency and had to call out the National Guard. That's why I identify with the Palestinian people and call for an end to genocide in Palestine. I identify with the Palestinian people because we know, black people know what it is to be under military occupation. I'm not talking to you about what I read. I'm talking to you about what I saw sitting on my second floor balcony of our 3-family house at 527 South 12th Street when we saw the Guard marching up 16th Avenue in formation, when we saw them in Jeeps, when we saw half-tracks. You know what a half-track is? It's a little tank. It's a little tank that only one person can sit in, but it's got a barrel, just like a regular tank. We saw the half-tracks, we saw the tanks, we saw the Jeeps, we saw the armed men with rifles. And you know what else they did? They came into our houses. They weren't just marching in a parade and marched by. They came into our houses. They were looking for so-called contraband and other stuff. I remember this, and they killed people. They killed 27 people in the uprising of 1967. But you know what? Not one person was indicted. There's a book you all should read. It's called No Cause for Indictment. It's by Ron Parambo, No Cause for Indictment. And the whole book is about how the then state attorney for New Jersey, Brendan Byrne, who became governor, was the state attorney general, and he didn't indict anybody for any of the people that were killed during the uprisings of 1967. And just like there was an uprising in 67, where else was there? There was an uprising in 1990 in Los Angeles. Y'all remember Rodney King?
Yes.
Every decade, there hasn't been one decade on this timeline since 1967 where there has not been an uprising in response to the murder of someone by the police. So we have to, brothers and sisters, I know some of y'all don't want to hear that kind of talk, but don't ask me to speak if you don't want to hear that kind of talk. Don't ask me to speak. I don't have to speak. I can stand over there in the corner and be just as content. But if I say something, I'm going to tell you what I think is the truth and what I think is consequential. And this country is heading down the same path. In fact, they're going down this path faster now than they were in 1967. Do you know right now, Washington, D.C. is under military occupation? That there are National Guard on the street, been on the street for almost an entire year? They're National Guard. They're National Guard in Memphis, and the Guard in Memphis killed people. Black people being killed by the police, black people being killed by the National Guard, black people being killed by ICE, and ICE ain't nothing but slave catchers. They're modern day slave catchers. That's all they are. That's why I identify with our immigrant brothers and sisters. But their fight is our fight, and our fight is their fight. There are people who want to divide us, who want us to think that, you know, what's happening to immigrants don't have nothing to do with black people. I'm telling black people, this is just a warm-up for us. This is just a warm-up. They talking about what birthright citizenship. Where did that's why they're going after immigrants, right? Because they don't want birthright citizenship. They don't want you to be a citizen by virtue of the fact that you were born in this country. Where did that come from? That comes out of the Civil War. That comes out of the 14th Amendment. The 15th Amendment, the 13th Amendment abolished chattel slavery. The 14th Amendment put forward, made law, birthright citizenship, and the 15th Amendment gave black people, black men at that time, the right to vote. So this whole thing relates to us. That's why they're putting on all of this surveillance. Look at Palantir, putting all these systems into place. They chased down, they went on 83,000 street cameras to try to find a woman just because she had an abortion. They went to another state. They're putting all this surveillance in place because they know that people are only gonna take so much. And I'm hoping the next time
that there's an uprising, it won't just be black people, it'll be all the people uprising against this damn oppressive, racist, capitalist, and imperialist system. So I know I said too much already, but I just feel bad, you know, for Tormel, because I remember how he was when it happened and how we were when it happened. I'm not gonna let these deaths just be forgotten, just pass by. We're not gonna let that happen. We're gonna be saying the name for Deborah Terrell as long as it takes. I'm like that prisoner that they got tied up and tied down. Knowing that I'm gonna die, I'll spit in their face and say the name Deborah Terrell. That's the kind of person I am. I don't care whether you so-called win or not, you kill me or not. In my dying breath, I will call you an oppressor. In my dying breath, I will defy you. And that's the attitude that our ancestors had. That's the attitude Nat Turner had. We coming up on Nat Turner's anniversary. We should all be inspired by Nat Turner. Nat Turner went against the odds. People tell you can't win. They got, Massa got all the horses, Massa got the chains, Massa got the dogs, Massa got the horses, Massa got the guns. I don't give a damn what Massa got. I'm gonna fight for my freedom. And if I lose my life in the course of fighting for that freedom, then so be it. Because we would never have finally taken up arms in the Civil War if we had not been inspired by the examples of Nat Turner and Denmark Vesey and all the others, brothers and sisters, that laid down their lives for us. People just want to remember, you know, the famous ones, you know, the famous names, but we should also be calling the names of the black people that resisted, that put their lives on the line, you know, who raised up arms for our freedom, even if they didn't win. Final victories are based on a mountain of failures. Final victories are based on a mountain of failures. I notice in my own life that any success I have is based on all the failures and all the gained experience from those failures that went before. They're killing our grandmothers and our grandfathers and our children and our mothers and our fathers and our brothers and sisters, and they think that we're going to remain quiet. Let me tell you, read Langston Hughes. What happens to a raisin in the sun? Does it dry up, turn syrupy sweet, or does it explode? No, it explodes. That's what Langston Hughes was trying to tell you. But brothers and sisters, I thank you for this few minutes. Let me just lay a couple of things on you. On September 11th, 9/11, we're going to have a forum called the Attack on Voting Rights and the War on Black People. It's going to be at the New Hope Baptist Church, 144 Norman Street in East Orange, New Jersey, at 7 p.m. on Friday, September 11th. We hope everybody will come out. And the other thing is, we're having our second Martin Luther King People's Convention for Justice and Resistance. It's going to be at Essex County College on Saturday, September 26th, 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're going to add to our people's agenda that we've been working on. We've issued the people's agenda from the first convention. We will be putting the resolutions together for the second People's Convention on the 26th. So I hope that all of you will come out. I hope that Tormel, that you will be there, that you and the family members will be there, you know, and maybe you can put forward a resolution for Deborah Terrell on whatever it is you want us to do in the aftermath of that. But I hope everybody will come out. Power to the people. Power to the people. No justice. No justice. Stop police brutality. Stop police brutality. Stop police brutality. Stop police brutality in the poor community.
this is my big brother, right? A lot of my big brothers, they come out and they support me on everything I do. And I like to always try to return that favor as much. And I'll leave with this note, because, you know, we need inspiration. And when you feel like you're going against a big giant, sometimes that inspiration isn't there. But like examples of history, this is where I draw my inspiration and my power from. Everybody talk about the Edmund Pettus Bridge. When they tried to cross the bridge and the police beat all, what was the congressman's name?
John Lewis.
John Lewis, right? Bloody Sunday, right?
That's right.
Everybody talk about that. But when you dig in and you go do research, right? What happened was, this is what they take out of history. See, they take the revolutionary aspects out of history to think that we're always fighting a giant. When they marched over that Edmund Pettus Bridge, right? They accidentally, see, there's a project building, a project home called the George Washington Carver Homes in Selma. So when one of the people from the George Washington Carver Homes came to see that's like somebody coming around the corner, let me see what's going on down there. And one of the officers hit that person from the George Washington Carver. See, this is what they leave out of history. This is where I draw my inspiration from. One of those officers hit that person from the George Washington Carver home. You know what that person did? Said, the people came out of that George Washington Carver home and beat the brakes off of them cops. But they take that out of it. They just want you to show the people getting beat going over the bridge. Tell the whole story. Tell the total story. Tell them how the people in that George Washington Carver homes beat the brakes off of those police officers. What they never tell us about is the Gullah Wars.
That's right. They won't tell you about the Plainfield Rebellion. I'm from Plainfield.
See, they don't want to tell you that black slaves beat the United States Army 3 times. The black Seminoles beat the United States government in war 3 times. They emancipated themselves.
And so did we.
In Florida. See, here's the thing. Florida was a Spanish territory. The Spanish said, listen, she told the slaves, if you fight for it, you could keep it. United States government came in there and got the brakes beat off of them 3 different occasions. To which they said, you know what? You know what the United States government said? Listen, y'all, we can't beat them. We can't win. So what we're going to do, we're going to buy Florida up and push them out to Oklahoma. So that's why when you see the Oklahoma bombing, the Tulsa, Oklahoma bombings, those were the black Seminoles that they were bombing. That was for a reason. They never lose track of history. They never let their losses go. So we're powerful people. I know my people beat the United States government with no tanks, no guns. No, y'all came up in them swamps and y'all got ran back up out of those swamps. So I know what cloth we come from. They can't tell me that I ain't a Seminole. That's why I'm not scared of that car right there. That's why if it was only me, I would still have these same speakers pointing at this building. Because I'm not afraid. Because I know we are powerful people. We are strong people. And what we're going to do is show that ancient spirit that we have in us. They're going to see the effects of that now. I hate that it took the death of a 67-year-old who's my aunt. I hate that it took that. And guess what? Her death shouldn't have been our casualty because there were people before her. What we got to do is organize. We got to come together and work together. And then once we organize, we got to strategize. Then once we strategize, we got to implement the strategy. And stop coming together and being that we know we got provocateur. Y'all just seen a provocateur, right? But that ain't the only style of provocateurs. See, when N.J. Burns organizing, when you got Pop organizing, you got these different groups organizing You got the provocateur that will come in and act like they're part of the group just to be defiant. I don't think we should do that. That's not gonna work. Those are provocateurs. And you gotta see them soon as they come. Man, if we do that, we gonna get in trouble. Terrell, don't put a tent up because it ain't the regulation city code. I wish they would take my little tent down. Well, you got to have speakers. I wish they would touch one of my speakers. They're just not going to do it. Because I'm not here to what we can't do. I'm here to set forth to what we're going to do and what we will do. And what we're going to do is get justice for Deborah Terrell. We're going to change the culture of policing in New Brunswick, in Middlesex County, and in the state of New Jersey. And we're going to hold these officers accountable. Are y'all with me on this? Now, when you guys go home, y'all going to tell each and every person that you meet, hey, listen, there's a new day in New Brunswick. Things have changed. We ain't got to wait to get a memo to let people know things change. We're changing it ourselves. There's a new day in New Brunswick. So when you let people know, listen, things that used to happen in New Brunswick are no longer happening anymore. The police don't run the show anymore. We do. We don't got to give nobody no memo to do that. Listen, the judge and the prosecutors, they don't run the court system anymore. We do. Those are our courts. That's our station. And we're going to move with that type of energy from this day forward. And I tell you, just 1 month of that, you wouldn't believe the significant change that we will have in our community with changing this culture. Say her name. 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 What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Say her name. 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 Everybody get home safe so we can continue to fight.